Mic check 1 2. Hey, this one's already set up to perfectly record. What's going on? I like the sound of that. Right now I have the Pyle PMUX9 going into an A58 Xvive wireless into the Epiphone J45 Studio acoustic guitar. And that's it. It's simple as I don't know what. Super simple. I just turned down the volume on the guitar just a bit, just because it's going to be a little bit more background, background stuff's good. So first impressions, obviously the wireless, the fact that I am hearing it through my cans here. I assume that you heard it pretty perfectly as I walked over to the door, because I've already actually tested it in longer distances through walls. Obviously, going through walls is the hardest part. Line of sight is going to give you the longest range. So something to think about if you're out in the world, putting it out there. Besides that, though, the wireless works perfectly. I kind of wish I got this. Well, no, it just came out, but there was a previous model, 2.4 gigahertz. Should have gotten that one. Should have gotten that one for sure. Not bad case, too. Really nice size and everything. And then it's got room for a charging cable. The Pyle PMUX9 preamplifier. And that's exactly what it is. It is a preamp for your computer. Right now I'm going from my laptop into the Pyle, And then obviously I have this microphone. Microphone actually is this is just your average or super cardioid microphone. The secret sauce is the Clark Technic mic booster I have for this thing. That's why it's coming through so loud, and it's already I still have half of the headroom left over, which I love. So thank you, Clark Technic, for the low-cost way of boosting this mic's volume, because I love the sound of this microphone. And then I have my wireless into the Pyle. You know what? The thing about the Pyle PMUX9 is that it has effects. Let's crank the effects. Can you tell that there's effects now? Obviously, that was too much reverb. I have it now set down to like 2/3 of the parameter and FX, which there's one that's a parameter. So obviously, it's the parameter of the effect, and then there's a knob for the effects when you can turn up how much effects is being used. However, if I turn one up or the other one up, it has very different effects. So I keep them tamed. Just a smidge of effect on there, just to kind of give you the feeling like you're in the room with me, you know. Oh, and it sounds really good with the acoustic. I was so sharp just now. I apologize. That was oversight. Luckily, the Epiphone J45 Studio has an onboard tuner, so it was no problem to get back in tune for you. Yeah. Always practice your chords. I can't believe I got that last one down. Sort of. Anyway, so with the Pyle PMUX9, some things I wanted to go over. 4 inputs overall. Right now, mic is in input 1, and I could pad it, I guess. No, I didn't. Yeah, that definitely pads it somewhat, but we don't want that. You need to hear the full volume of this thing, right? I can turn down the volume on my headphones. I can turn down the volume if I had background music playing too. Sometimes I like to record myself playing songs that I practice, and like to record them and see all my mistakes, which is always no fun, but you got to do it to get better. Now it does have an EQ. I've used the EQ for the guitar before. Let me cut my lows real quick. Does this work on my? Oh my! Yep. So you can cut your lows on your voice if you really. Nope. No, you can't. So it was at this point that I realized that the EQ, while it makes a huge difference in my headphones, this is just. I don't think you can hear the changes I'm doing here on my EQ. I'm all over the place with my highs and lows, and it sounds crazy in my headphones right now, but I don't think it's coming through on the recording. Anyway, yeah, leave it at middle, and then I'm gonna crank some echo. Not crank it. I go from 1/3 to 2/3, pretty much. Well, maybe like 5/8. It's got markers. I should give you the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's at 6. I have the parameter and the FX at 6 now. And I feel like this is where I put it when I'm recording and doing vocals, because I want that, falling into rain, bring back. And that's where you go. That's where it's at. And I have it set number 4, Quattro S, the second room reverb. It just says room 2 on there, but this is a reverb that you can add to your voice and your guitar. Drawback is all 4 inputs are going to be getting the same effect. So same reverb's going on the guitar that's going on your voice. Obviously you got the headphones in, you got 1 1/4" and 1 3.5 millimeter headphone input. And then auxiliary for an iPhone, or what I use the auxiliary in actually for my headphone amp, and that works the best. I should plug that in. Nah, I'm loving the wireless. I like being wireless right now. We're gonna play the buddy. All right, well, I think we've proved that this preamp is perfect. The wireless is working fantastic. Gives me that nice studio quality sound on the guitar everywhere I go. And that's pretty tight. So, yeah, 5 out of 5 stars for the Xvive A58 wireless transmitter, the Pyle PMUX9. And then can't forget that Clark Technic mic booster. CM1 is the model I got, and it's making this mic perfecto. There we go, back to normal voice. thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Kind of fun. And I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, thanks. So yeah, just one last thing to clarify. Everything works on this as it should, except the EQ, those three green little knobs. They don't make any difference on the recording. I only heard the difference in my headphones, so something hopefully they'll update in future models. You never know. Questions. Let's answer some questions real quick. Don't worry, I'm not going to call anyone out. It's just I had a whole bunch of questions that I can just respond to real quick all at once. Let's talk about this. All right. Some people say that when you use the effects, the original audio comes through as well as the effects. No, it is not dry and wet at the same time. Tell me this isn't true and it's adjustable. It's adjustable. Anyway, I need the drivers. Can you help me? I don't know what drivers are. Wait, I haven't used drivers on a computer in like 10 years, unfortunately. It might not work on your computer if it still requires drivers. Latency. How is the latency in the headphones while you're recording? No latency, really. It's probably about 5 milliseconds, about the same as what my wireless guitars was. Can you share with me the device settings and preferences? Yes, so I have mine set to the 4th setting. It's about 2/3 right now. And then when I do recording for voice, I do about, 1/3 is my normal voice, 2/3 on the FX and the parameter. This is where I go to do some singing. So, don't I need to understand the audio. And some of the videos, they just play around, so thanks for you're welcome. Thanks for the review. Do you think this could work for recording drums, adding reverb and more effects to my sound while recording on live performances? Oh, I answered this one. I bet that would work great. There are 2 XLRs, one for the 1/4 inch. Oh yeah, you have like 3 different inputs. Really, if you want to do, you can actually do 4 different inputs for guitar microphones. So I don't know if that's enough for most kits, but it sounds about right. Yeah, that's about all the questions. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this video was helpful. And yeah, save some money and get this super cheap 24-bit and USB audio interface for your computer. Get that studio quality sound, low price. Wow, I don't know why I did a commercial for him. Anyway, have a good night.